United States of America, USA few hours ago issued a statement asking its remaining private citizens in Sudan to determine their own safest and best method to depart the war-torn Khartoum, the capital city of Sudan. The embassy said there are reports of individuals being robbed of their valuables, including their U.S. passports. The U.S. Embassy in Khartoum statement reads in quote, "Possibilities for U.S. citizens to depart Khartoum. There are options to depart Sudan, but you must decide the safest and best method of departure for yourself and your family." There have been reports of individuals being robbed, including of their U.S. passports. Roads may be crowded, exposed to combat operations, or have deteriorated infrastructure. Border crossings into neighboring countries are possible, but wait times at crossing points could vary widely and change quickly. Port of Sudan, south of Khartoum. This is approximately a 15-hour journey from Khartoum. Once in Port Sudan, efforts are underway to ferry individuals to Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. If you have a lost, stolen, mutilated, or expired U.S. passport, this may be the best option to consider. We can provide emergency passport services at the U.S. consulate in Jeddah. Land borders with Egypt and Ethiopia. The Egyptian and Ethiopian governments have stated they will relax their entry requirements for U.S. citizens to cross these land borders. You may need a valid passport to cross the land border. In addition to your U.S. passport, you should bring the following items: identity documents in case your U.S. passport is lost/stolen. Food/water. Extra fuel if you are driving. Necessary medicines and other essentials. Once you arrive in a safe location, please respond to the department email you received after completing the registration form to let us know, and contact the nearest U.S. embassy or consulate if you need further assistance. Meanwhile, the 72-hour ceasefire declared by the two military generals Sudan have been violated. There were reports of sounds of heavy artillery and gunfire heard in Khartoum's twin city of Omdurman on Tuesday despite the 72-hour U.S. brokered truce between the Sudanese armed forces and rapid support forces. Sudan's battling generals had agreed to a 3-day ceasefire, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said on Monday, after 10 days of urban combat killed hundreds, wounded thousands, and sparked a mass exodus of foreigners since Saturday, April 15, 2023. Sudan forces agreed to a 72-hour ceasefire which was expected to begin on April 25, 2023. An estimated 16,000 U.S. nationals and thousands of other foreigners are praying for just enough time to escape an outbreak of violence in Sudan that has killed hundreds of people. Many countries unable to send forces into Sudan relied on others to extract their citizens via ports and military bases, with Saudi Arabia and France both evacuating numerous foreigners, including Lebanese expats. Earlier this week, Lebanon's caretaker Prime Minister Najib Mikati and caretaker Foreign Minister Abdullah Abu Habib thanked Saudi Arabia for evacuating scores of Lebanese citizens from Sudan on its expense. While around 15 Lebanese remain in Sudan, they will be evacuated soon, officials said. Fighting broke out in Sudan on April 15 between forces loyal to Army Chief Abdel Fattah al-Burhan and his deputy-turned-rival Mohammed Hamdan Daglo, who commands the powerful paramilitary Rapid Support Forces (RSF). At least 427 people have been killed and more than 3,700 wounded, according to UN agencies. Many Sudanese civilians are now grappling with acute shortages of water, food, medicines and fuel, as well as power and internet blackouts. Thousands of inmates have escaped from prisons around Sudan, including the jail where former President Omar al-Bashir was being held. This has led to questions about whereabouts of the former president.